Hi, this is 365801 and this is another buddy reading vlog with Katie. I've just taken an image, like a photo for my Instagram. I have to post that up. I have this. I was gonna eat this, but I might want something savory instead. It's cream and jam scone. Isn't that beautiful? I might just take a photograph of it just because it's gorgeous. And a cup of coffee that needs another stir. Let's get our stuff out. Ignore my floppy shoes. We are going to be reading. I can get this open. A Youka Nitta title. Otodama. It's only 2 volumes. Which is good because I am heading off on holiday soon. So I need to read this before I go on holiday. Because I mean, I could take it on holiday, but I'm taking other things. Taking some prose with me. So yeah, Otodama is what we're going to read in this reading vlog. I have read, I'm pretty sure, I've read volume 1 of Voice from the Dead. Volume 1. By Youka Nitta in a manga freakathon, maybe? I think I was trying to find, that's right, I was trying to find a scientist or a lab coat or something like that, and I think this was, I found it in here. But then I didn't have volume 2 at that time, or I didn't have it with me, but I now have one, and this one's still in its plastic, it's brand new, and it's quite a bit different in terms of like size. So there's a thick boy, but I do remember enjoying it. And I remember that it was a bit of a mystery. And so I need to read it to find out the mystery. Hopefully this is incomplete. Hopefully we're not still waiting on... Because that's the thing with Youka Nitta. So many of her series are incomplete or unfinished. Whether in English or overall in Japanese. So yeah. Otodama, Voice from the Dead. It's a mystery. Supernatural mystery. Paranormal? Supernatural? I don't know. And that's great news for me because we're also doing March Mystery Madness. And I have been very poor on reading manga. That's mystery. I did one last year. It took me ages to actually get it edited and posted up on my channel. But I really enjoyed it though. So I wanted to do some more. But I've been so busy and doing other things and working so much that I've just been doing audiobooks. So that's just gone up on the channel today. That's why I was taking a picture. So I've taken a picture so I can do that just now on Instagram and put that up. I have... I'm going to try and read some of this and get ready for my holiday today and maybe tomorrow. So I hopefully will finish this today and tomorrow. That's my plan. I have my house to tidy because I hate going away from the house. Even a long weekend, I dread going away if my house is not immaculate, because then when I come back, it's immaculate, and I'm like, oh, my house is so tidy. Thank you, past person. Good for you. But I also have this massive parcel to unwrap. So before I get started on this and reacquaint myself with it, yeah, shall we open a parcel? Shall we open the parcel? Because I also want to film my haul video for the month because I'm going away. So I want to put up on my channel so my Patreons can have a view of it first. And this is the last thing that I'm going to have before. I do have other things in the post. I have one more thing, I think. One more thing. And then April, I'm going to be like, book buying ban. Stop it. But yeah, this is Ears of the Police. Yes, I remember a little bit about it. But I don't know how this is going to go. And I'm intrigued and I'm excited to finally be reading some manga. My buddy reads seem to be the only thing, that and my NetGalley, the only thing I'm actually reading my manga-wise, even though I'm purchasing so much. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to have a little something and then we can open that parcel. Maybe a sandwich or something. Maybe a sandwich. No, I should probably eat this scone. Isn't it gorgeous? And then we could open a parcel. Okay, so I've had a little bit of that and some coffee, and I have now posted my thing on Instagram, so that's done for the day. So I think we should just open this and see what I've got. Okay, so this is from Sci-Fire. And I have to say, I could have gotten this even cheaper. I'm just going to be honest. I'm annoyed with myself, but I'm going to be honest. I could have gotten this even cheaper. I put in a discount code, but I could have put in a different discount code and got even more off. But, I mean, it's like a couple of pounds, but still, a couple of pounds. You know what I'm like. Oh, let's see, is it all? It is. So these are all second-hand ones that I got. And I honestly don't know what they're going to look like, but they've been packaged up. I'm I'm honestly concerned about my sanity at this point. Okay. So much. Well, the ubiquitous Sci-Fire bookmarks that I'm going to put in my bookmark jar, as usual. And I might need some scissors. So give me a second. Okay, I'm back with scissors. Well, I think you can see one of them straight away. Let's see. Okay, first one. Let's do this. Let's move all this out of the way. So the first one is, Would You Like to Be a Family? This is by Koyama. It is secondhand, but it's in pretty good nick. I honestly cannot remember how much I paid for this. So I'm going to have to do that right now, actually. If I want to film my haul video today, and I do, then I need to find out how much I paid for all this. I did read this when it was on Futekia, so I know the story already, but I really like Koyama's art style. Their stories are just super cute. And I really like this this particular volume as well. So I'm really happy to have it in physical form because I know I enjoy the story. I'd like to see the difference, if there is a difference between this translation and the one that we got on Futekia. But yeah, the physical one is here. I'm really happy about this one. But yeah, I don't think it was very much, maybe about £5, something like that. Okay, let's see what else I got. It's hard to see to move this. There we go. Okay, second one is New York, New York, Volume 2 by Marimo Ragawa. Does have an £18.99 sticker on it. Oof, I did not pay £18.99 for this. I know I got a really good deal for it. This is one that I know is going to be heartbreaking. It's going to be really difficult to read. I think people liken to a more gritty and real fake, something like that. So I do have volume 1 now. I got volume 1 for a really good price, and now I have volume 2, so I do have the complete New York, New York. This is by Yen Press. I'm very, very happy that I was able to pick this up as well for a good price. I will need to check how much I paid for them. This is going to be a bit of an issue. Extras. Very good. So yeah, this was, I need to see, July 2022 for this. So this is a 2022 publication. And when was this one? I just like to know because I like to keep track of it. This is July 2021. So 2021, 2022. Let's see what else I got. Ja-ja! This is Ennead, but by Mojito. And you're like, hold on, wait a minute, what? Yes, I got this. It's the paperback version, which is the non-steamy version, for a really good price as well. It was available, and this is November 2023, so a very recent one. You can tell it's a little bit, just a wee bit of this, so I can move this over. I've got no nails just now. There we go. So it's an amazing condition for being secondhand. Absolutely incredible. And I did get it for a really good bargain. I would want obviously, I would want the spicy versions. But the fact that they're doing both makes me feel like I don't need to buy two kinds, but as I'm trying to get everything, do I get both kinds? That's annoying, right? I don't know. It's kind of a bit... If you want a cheaper, non-spicy, but still want the story... But I haven't read any of this before, but this is a one that I'll probably end up reading this and comparing, contrasting to the hardback copy as well. So yeah, paperback copy of this Ennead. And then the final one, and I need to just caveat this with saying I am kicking myself, but it is, I feel like fate was involved. That it's only when you give in that the world gives you what you actually want, which might be the exact same thing that you just gave into. And yes, this is kind of annoying, but I got volume 3 of Kizuna Deluxe Edition by Kazuma Kodaka. And this is a spoiler for my haul video, but I just bought this. I just bought this. I just shelled out like 60 quid. I was like, bite the bullet, just get it. You're never going to be able to find a secondhand copy for a good price. This was like £11. And I could have got an even bigger discount on it because I got a discount, so it was not even £11. It was like, I don't know, like £10 or something. And I could have got even cheaper with a bigger discount. It's in really good condition. I was actually hoping that it was going to be like trashy, terrible copy, really beat up. And I was going to feel like, oh, you know, it was worth paying that. It's not, it's really good. Oh no. I don't know how I feel. About this. I don't know how to feel about spending £60 because I was like, no one's gonna, you're gonna just have to bite the bullet, get it, and then you've got the complete set. Now I have 2 copies of volume 3. But this year I do want to get rid of my duplicates and I do want to make my money back. That's the plan. I want to make the money back that I spent on duplicates. And so I'm gonna have to sell a copy, get rid of a volume 3. But yeah, this one does have a little bit of spine damage. The other one had a slight bend, a little bend like that, but that's fine. I think they're both pretty good, Nick. I cannot believe that this happened. Anyway, so I got a right good amount and some fabulous ones from Sci-Fi in their secondhand sale, which I very rarely actually go and check, but I should probably do that more often. And I unfortunately could have gotten a bigger discount of it. So I think all of this together, what was it? It was like £30, I think, for these 4 volumes. £30, yeah, and I got a bit of a discount, so it was less than £30 in total. Usually in the UK, you add whatever it is, you add on £2 and then your discount will take it off, and you know, because there's always a discount. And the discount codes have all changed now in Sci-Fi, just so you know. It used to be that if you were doing an affiliate link through someone else, you'd get like 10% off, and now it's down to 5%. So I think they've tried to do their whole entice you in to use their site, and now they're pulling back to try and make their profits a bit higher, that's a business model. It's a business model. But it might be that I try and wait it out and see if I can get things when they have a nice code, because they had a 12.5% code. And then if you're buying secondhand, you can get 20% off. But I did not get 20% off. I got 5. I should have gotten the 20%. So I'm being honest. I just forgot. I was like, oh, I'll put in that person's code. And then it was like, oh, I should have put in the other code. It was my own fault. But anyway. So yeah, I could have got all of this for cheaper. Even cheaper. Like a lot cheaper, actually. I think I probably could have got about £6 off, something like that. So yeah, it would have been even more of a difference. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say. Anyway, I'm going to get my things all sorted price-wise, and then I have to film the whole video for March. I'm gonna do that today. Hopefully the weather is, as you can see, it's changeable, so the lighting's not great, but I want to try and get it done before I head out the door. I have to leave around 4ish, so I need to do this just now. So it's a little bit later on. It's almost 4:30. I'm about to head out the door, or at least I'm going to get my shoes and stuff on. It's got quite grey, so I think it's probably going to rain again, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Because I have to go and deliver some flowers and gifts and stuff to a work colleague who is retiring, which I'm a bit sad about because she's someone I can rely on quite a lot. But I'm really happy for her and excited that she's going to get to do what she wants to do, which is great. Let's see. I have my video. I've got this done now. It's March 2023 unboxing. So this is for my Patreon patrons, and they're gonna get to see all the unboxings of this month so far. And I just started this. I've only got a little bit. I've also filmed my whole video, so when I get home this evening, I'm gonna try and edit and export and get all that all done so I can put that up on the channel, and or for my patrons anyway. It probably won't get uploaded onto my channel until April, like the first week of April, maybe even. It'll be late. It'll be late because I'm going to be on holiday. But yeah, I have started this as well. So I've been busy. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. It's so good. The storytelling has introduced characters, even within this short space of time. It's introduced a mystery, murder. It's introduced the main characters, their connections with each other, their history, their background, and it's very fast-paced, and I feel like we're already there. And we've also been introduced to the sort of mystery or supernatural element with the main character, who can hear things that other people can't. When it comes to the auditory, what do they say? Auditory sensitivity. So there's that, but also he seems to be able to pick up on things that other people can't, which makes him incredibly useful to police. And apparently he used to work with the police, so there's the element of why did they leave the police force and how they're all connected. So I'll talk a bit more about it when I come back. I have to go drop off the present. I need to go to the shops and pick up a couple of things and then come back, and I've got some more tidying up and stuff to do as well. So yeah, busy, but I really want to just sit and read this now, but I know I need to go because it's gonna probably rain really heavily, so I might put my waterproofs on. It's starting to get dark as well. So yeah, I will fill you in when I've read a bit more and I'm back from the shops. So I've got a wee pizza, just had a wee bit of that and a glass of wine, and I'm just going to carry on reading more of this. I got back, it is now dark outside, so the lights are on, and the rain is coming down. So I'm going to put the heating on as well because it's a little bit chilly today, considering we are coming to the end of March. Yeah. And the hot water, so I'm probably going to have a bath as well. So I'm going to see how much I can read of this. I am enjoying it, so, and eat some dinner because I'm starving. Okay, so it is a little bit later on in the evening. Oh gosh, it's almost 10 o'clock. I have now got my haul video exporting, my March haul video, so hopefully that'll get uploaded onto my channel, then I can put it in. So I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is I have finished volume 1 of Youka Nitta's Otodama, Voice from the Dead by Doki Doki. The good news is I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been exactly the kind of thing that I like. It says manga, drama, mystery. So it is part of the mystery, and it very much follows exactly what I would expect a really cool police cop procedural mystery with an element of supernatural added in. It's following all of those beats of the story, and I love it. It's so well done. Youka Nitta just knows how to, one, write a story, draw a story, and have interesting characters. This is following Kaname and Hide and his brother, and I don't know what his brother's name is. What's his brother's name? Does it say? So Kaname Otanashi has the gift of incredible hearing, and so worked for the police until something happened, and then left the police force with Hide. Hide is someone who also, the two of them worked together, and they both left the police force after something happened. And he works in sound, and Hide is private investigator. And there's a series of murders happening, and it turns out that there is calls being made to the women, and they're like anonymous and they're silent, but there's recordings of them, and his hearing is incredible. He can tell a lot from a sound, so much so that other people can't, and so they are distrustful of that. And Hide and him work together, and then it ends up they're kind of the case that they're working on as private investigators. Well, he's private investigating a possible stalking, and he's just helping him with the sound aspects of it. And it turns out it's connected to murder cases. And that's how they kind of get back in touch with his brother. They're twins, and all three of them worked. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this. So they all worked in the police force. Now they don't. There's a grudge. There's feelings. We don't know what happened. Something happened in the past. But they all end up working together. And this is a series of different cases. You get the first one where we get introduced to them, and it's all fantastic. It's really, really well done. Then you get the next case, which is like a bomb thing, and it's pointing towards Kaname, but then he gets abducted, and Hide has to try and get him back after being abducted, and then solve the other cases of the bombs and stuff. It's really great. It covers all of the twists and turns and the shocks and the plot twist that you would expect in a mystery, in a murder mystery, or a police detective kind of story as well. It's very well done, and it's really well told. I really enjoy how it's told. So yeah, great news. I've read volume 1 and I love it. So I thought I'd go and check when it came out and some information. So I went onto Youka Nitta Manga Updates website. Love that site. It's my favourite. And then saw some other great news, which is that Spiritual Police, which is the one I've been putting off reading for ages, is a spin-off of this. And it's his story, and it's a little bit more spicy, apparently. So apparently this is a shoujo title, not a BL in any way, which is not terribly surprising because Doki Doki has some of the titles are very much BL, and some of the titles are shoujo, and that's just something that you kind of have to read and get. And some shoujo have stories that follow male characters, and that's what this one is. I'm loving it. It's great. No matter what the demographic is, I'm really enjoying it because it's all got a lot more plot. The bad news is, and here's the bad news, there were 3 volumes of Otodama published, and Doki Doki only printed 2 in English. Mother, I was like, no. So even if me and Katie do read volumes 1 and 2 of Otodama, unless we get the Japanese volume 3 and then just read it ourselves in Japanese, we're never going to know what happens to the end of this mystery. I am so annoyed. The thing is, though, this first volume, when it gets to the end, just forget about this little section here. This is the way it ends. This could have just been the end of the manga. It would have been a good manga. I would have been like, that was great. I feel very satisfied, which is why I was like, this is great. But then they gave you this little extra on the next volume 2, and you're like, there's more. But it won't be all of it. This is the problem with Youka Nitta. So many of her works never get finished. Either she doesn't finish them because they go on hiatus in Japan, either because of whatever she's working on or contracts with other publishers, or the publishers go out of business. That happens all the time. It happened all the time in the past. And so a lot of works were never finished because they were the product of a particular publisher, and then they just went under, and we don't get to know what happens. That wasn't the case with this. This is a 3-volume story. It's just, here's the other area when an English publisher is like, yeah, we're going to publish this, and then they don't, and they give you a bit of it but not all of it. Bastards. So annoyed. Ah, see this fucking man? See this man? See this man? Hikaru Sasahara and all the people who work in it. It's like, they worked there. They should have known. They should have known better not to do this to people. It might have been the fact that we don't have volume 3. It isn't because of this. It's because this was published in 2010. That's the reason why. This was originally published in 2007, and then this was published in 2010. February 2010. Now, if you don't know the history of the publishing industry, a quick synopsis. We had a big financial crash, 2008, and the kind of product of that was, in 2010, a lot of publishing industries felt that impact at that point, and so they all started going out of business. It's when old Tokyopop just stopped printing stuff as well. So Blue, the old Tokyopop of Blue, just went out of business. Like massive publishers just disappeared from the landscape, and that means that we would have got volume 1 and 2 and not volume 3. If they had continued on, then we would have got it. That's why we don't have any more Doki Doki, because they just stopped printing them. They just had to close up shop. They had to what's called retrench. So to be able to survive, they had to retrench. So in Tokyopop's case, what they did was retrench to a market that they could actually continue to survive in and then thrive in until the landscape, the publishing landscape, had changed enough. And that's how Tokyopop have been able to come back. It's because of Germany. It's because of the German market. So June manga or digital manga publishing didn't necessarily do that. So they lost a lot of their smaller imprints like this, which means we didn't get volume 3. The great news is the spin-off Spiritual Police was picked up by Sublime, and they published 2 volumes. The bad news is that's also incomplete. Like, no, because I was like, great, I'll read this, and then I could read his story. He's fabulous. And then I looked down further and I was like, wait a minute, what no? So I do want to. I'm now much more excited about reading Spiritual Police, because I want to read his story. It sounds interesting, sounds intriguing. It's a little bit more supernatural again, and maybe a little bit more spicy. So I'm kind of intrigued about this one. But a little bit sad, because I know that moving on to volume 2, I'm not going to get the full story. But I still want to read it because it's still in its plastic. I haven't picked it up yet. And that's what I really want to read. I hope Katie's enjoying this. I'm loving it because I'm just so in tune with mysteries at the moment, because I've just spent my whole month listening to audiobook mysteries. And right now I'm listening to a 3-volume series through Audible. So I'm not with my Audible subscription, by Dal McLean, who was the author of one of the best short stories or novellas in the anthology that I listened to earlier this month. And I was just like, you know what, just read it, just listen to it while you're doing other stuff, just listen to it. So I have been listening to it for the past few days, on and off, when I've been doing other things, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the proceduralness, I'm loving the twists and the turns. It's so messy, and this is kind of very similar, so I'm enjoying it that way. So yeah, I will be picking up volume 2 tomorrow because it's 10 o'clock now and I'm just going to go and have a bath before I go to bed. And hopefully this will have finished exporting by then. It says it's going to take another hour. It's another hour and 15 minutes, so we shall see. But I'm feeling like I need to go to bed because I am working tomorrow. But it's my last day before my holiday. Yay! Good news and bad news. Good news and bad news. And I haven't finished making my house tidy and neat yet, so I might do a little bit of that before I go to bed. Or at least just rearrange all the piles of books everywhere, so yeah. I'm off to the bath and I will check in with you tomorrow at some point and see where I'm at with volume 2. So good morning. I have a cup of tea and a lovely chicken salad sandwich I bought on the way home from the shops yesterday, so I wouldn't have to actually make anything this morning, even though I have plenty of food in the house. So it's time to unwrap the volume 2. I'm actually kind of sad that this is only a volume 2 and that there's a third volume out there that completes the story, because the first volume, if you think about it, was actually just a perfectly fine story. You could have just had it as it is. So I'm guessing that this is going to be one that ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, which will be a bit disappointing. I hope it doesn't, but there you go. But that's it. Still brand new, just out of its plastic. Can you believe it? How old is this, considering it's been wrapped in plastic all this time? Let's see. April 2014? Okay, well that just completely disproves my theory that this got dropped completely, and that's why we don't have the rest of it. I didn't realize that digital manga publishing were still using the Doki Doki imprint back in 2014. I thought they'd already gone out of business. Well, you learn something new every day. So I'm gonna have a wee read of this, eat my breakfast, and I'll get ready because I have to go to work again today. So unfortunately, it is what it is. Ah, gotta earn those pennies. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little read of this. I'll see how far I get in, and then check in with you just before I go to work. That sounds like a plan. So I just got back from work and I thought I'd show you some goodies that I got from the charity shop. Number 1 is Richard Osman, The Bullet That Missed. It's not in perfect condition, there's a wee bit of a tear there. I got it for £2. I do have the other 2. This is upside down. I have the other 2 in the series. I don't have the final one that's been published yet. So, but yeah, I've been able to catch them all from charity shops, which is pretty cool. So if I turn this over, it's just driving me nuts. I need to do it this way. It needs to be done. It's just gonna bug me otherwise. Yeah, pretty good for collecting the series. I have read this already, but it's just nice to have that in the collection as well. So yeah, pretty good. And I also picked up this lovely plate. It's just cute. She wrapped it in bags. Isn't it nice? It's so shiny and sparkly, and oh, the sun's hitting it. It's so nice. It's just a little plate. Got it for £3, but it is really quite pretty, so I quite like it. The swirls. And the other thing I got was these things are falling off, so they are a little delicate. I have to make sure. They can fall off easily, these little twinkle things. So I don't know if you can see them. There we go. They look really big on camera, but they're not that big. They're just some side table lamps, and they were, I don't know, 3 or 4, maybe £5 each, something like that. Oh, but look at that when the sun hits them. Ooh, look at all the little rainbows. Oh, that's going to be really good. So yeah, happy about that. You do have to be a little bit careful with these hanging things because they are just like that, hanging. So I'll put these back on where there's spaces from carrying them. But yeah, I've checked the bulbs as well, and the bulbs work too. I got them for £1. Brand new, energy efficient ones. So yeah, I'm very happy about this. I'll probably be putting them in my bedroom when I've tidied it up and organised it. I do have, what have I got to do today? There's a space there. Oh wow, look at that when the sun hits them. That's so cool. Perfect. Woo. Yeah, I'm happy I got these. They look really cool. Because I don't feel like there's enough side lamp in my bedroom, and I don't always like the overhead lamp on, especially if I want to read. I think these will be really cute. And I'm trying to organise and tidy my house and get everything ready, but I also need to pack. But I'm starving, so I've got that to do. And when I got in, there was a parcel, so I've got a parcel to show you as well. But I need to eat, and I need to read some more Otodama, and it looks really nice. The rest of the room is just filled with rainbows everywhere. I'm really happy I got these now. That I didn't realise that's what I was gonna get, lots of rainbows. So yeah, when the sun hits it, it's really nice and pretty. So yeah, let's show you the parcel I got first, and then I can go get something to eat and read some Otodama. This is gonna be a very short, quick, very kind of dull vlog. There's not gonna be much to it. But that's okay because I do have other things I need to get done. But I'm very happy with these. They're so cute. I really like this with the little... so pretty. Okay, so I moved it a little bit to the side, and I'm just gonna put it down like that. And this is the parcel. So let's have a look. I need my scissors. So yeah, these arrived today, so they won't be in my haul video because I've already filmed it, even though they have arrived technically in March. And I did purchase them technically in March. They obviously won't be in my haul video, so they'll have to be in my April one. Let's see what I got. Okay, first one's first. It is volume 4 of Seaside Stranger by Ki Kana. This is a series that I have not read terribly much of, but I am collecting it, so I am now... I have volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I need to check to see how many more volumes there are of this series. So this is August 2022, a Jocelyn Allen translation. So I'm quite happy about that. And it's in really good condition. Just a little bit of a dump there, and I think that might be from transportation. Let's see what else I got. Ja-ja! Merman in my tub. This is also in pretty good condition. Got a big... the feel good place to buy books. Why would they stick that? Oh, because there's a price of $1.99 on it already. I didn't get this for the best bargain. I'm going to be honest. This wasn't the best bargain that I could have got. But it still is cheaper than the $8.99 that they were charging. And it does mean that I have volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. So I just need to get volume 6. And that'll be me complete set. So yeah, these two. So yeah, I think this must have got damaged in transport, because there is a little bit of a rip right here. See, not so good. So yeah, a dink on the travel, but that's fine. I don't mind at all because I got this for a good price. I think it was around £6, something like that. So that's still pretty good. So yeah, these will go on the shelf. On the shelf you go. For next month's haul video. Right, I'm gonna get something to eat and get a start on volume 2 of Otodama. So I am just a little bit into it, not too much, but I have my dinner here. I've got quite a feast because I haven't really eaten very much. A big salad, some smoked salmon, which Scotland does very well, and some wedges and some onion rings, which are a little bit maybe overdone. Never mind. And a little bit of wine because I have some left, and then officially I'm on holiday. Officially I'm on holiday, so I'm very happy about that. Feels good. Feels good. I have a few things I need to get done before I go. I'm leaving tomorrow, so I do want to try and see if I can get this finished. But while I'm eating my dinner, I'll probably listen to an audiobook, which I'm almost finished as well. This is like going back in time to when they first met and how they got on. So we start back at the point where we kind of left them, and then we get the introduction to the neighbor whose child died, and Hide being propositioned because he's such a hottie, and Kaname being like, talking about the person that he used to love that Hide no longer has now. And then at this point we go back in time to when they first met and a case that they worked on together. I love the cases. This is the mystery of who could it be and them trying to do it. I do like the police like procedural aspect, trying to work out who did what, the mysteries and things like that, and the two of them working together for the first time. And so it's pretty good. We're just being like introduced to the characters, reintroduced, but given their backstory a bit. And I do think this is going to end in probably a cliffhanger, which is going to be really annoying, but I'm going to try and see how much I can get through this. I know it's I don't know. The sun keeps shining, and then it gets really grey, and it's chucking it down. It's very much sunshine and showers today, very much. But also the temperature's dropped a bit, so it's a bit chilly. So I might put the heating on, and I've got the hot water on, so I'm probably gonna have a bath again before I go to bed, because I've got an early door start. So I want to get this finished by this evening, but I will probably leave it because I don't want to get food on it. Just listen to my audiobook for now, and so I'll check in with you a little bit later on when I've actually read a little bit more. So I am in the middle of packing my suitcase for my holiday. I don't know if I'm going to take all of this. I'll take it down with me, and then I've got a day before we actually fly out, so we'll see. And also I'm not entirely sure if this is the right size. It did say 55 by 40 by 20 or 22, something like that, and that technically is, just not including the handles. So I don't know how strict the flight's going to be. We'll see. Anyway, I'm not finished this, so I don't know if I'll get to finish this before I go on holiday. I'm really worried because it's getting late. It's getting down to the time. It's down the wire. This is very much not BL, I'm coming to realise. It's got that underlying tension because we know how these characters are in the present, but what we're doing is going into the past, and it's very obvious that that Kaname has kind of thrown Hide and his sister Yui in together, like, hey, you two should be together. But she's a brilliant violinist, and it looks like she's got some kind of stalker or something like that. So yeah, we kind of feel like we're supposed to know who it is. I don't know if this is a red herring. And then there's a series of murder starting. I'm really enjoying it. It's very much like a procedural. It's just it's a mystery, and I love it. I don't care that it's not BL, because it's not BL. It's shoujo. It's not BL. But it's Youka Nitta, so I don't care because she's so competent when it comes to storytelling. Except I do have to point out this one absolutely ridiculous, I'm gonna find it, page of text was like, who decided that was the best thing to do? Maybe that's what it was like in the Japanese. I don't know. But and it had to be like, that's the standard size of text, so that's what they've done. But it kind of obscures his whole panel. Anyway, I thought that was quite funny. That made me laugh. It's very police procedural, and because I've been reading so much mystery this month, it just fits so perfect, even if it's not a BL. It's Youka Nitta, and I need to get all of my Youka Nitta read. That is a plan. I had another plan for April. I had plans this year for like reading certain things, and I'm not getting it done, but I'm really happy that we're actually reading this. But I just don't know if I'm going to get it finished, because it's quite a chunky boy and I've got half of it to go, even if it is just going to be this. Anyway, this is I've got my flip-flops and some fancy flip-flops and headphones for listening to things, but I thought I'd show you. This is what I'm taking with me to read A Nobleman's Guide to Seducing a Scoundrel and A Lady for a Duke, because I don't know, I've heard mixed things. I'm not sure. This is an absolute 100% fabulous read. I know it's a 5 stars. It's a 5 stars. I'm just saying it now. This one I'm unsure of, because I haven't read any historical Alexis Hall yet, and I heard mixed things about Absolutely Fabulous. Is that what it was called? I was dead excited about it, and then I heard it, this one though, almost everyone except one person just said no, that's not the case, and I was like, oh no. But I'm taking them with me. It is the is it trans visibility? There's a big readathon, and everyone's reading trans books, and I do enjoy. I think my favourite book is the Passing Play book. That's my favourite book with trans representation. I absolutely loved that book, so that's my recommendation. If you get the chance, it doesn't get enough love, but it deserves it. So yeah, I'm hoping these are going to be good ones. Anyway, I'm going to carry on trying to get everything sorted. I've got to get my house all kind of like closed up for when I'm away, and decide what I'm wearing here, there, and everywhere. So yeah. I'll check in maybe before I leave and see if I've finished it. I probably haven't. So I don't think I'm gonna manage to. It is morning. I've got my bag packed. I've got my other bag ready to go, my jacket. I have this for my breakfast, but I might just take it with me. And I have a little lemon and ginger tea, because I'm a little bit nervous about, maybe it's the anxiety of traveling. So my stomach's not so great, so I'm not feeling the best. I might actually take that with me in my travel mug. I think that might be a good idea, actually, to take my travel mug with me, just so I've got something warm to drink. That's not coffee. But I'm not finished, and it's getting heated up, so I don't know if we're going to find out, and I have to leave. I'm going to go in about 5 minutes, so I'm not going to manage to finish this, which is a bit of a shame. I did hope that I would be able to. So yeah, I'll have to pick this back up when I come back, which will be in April. So this vlog will take a while to get finished. Just so close to finishing, unfortunately. But yeah, I will pick this back up when I come back from my holidays. But I've got plenty of things to read while I'm away. I just don't want to take any of my manga with me. But I am taking those 2 books. So yeah, I'll check in when I'm back from my holidays. So I went on holiday, I took my bus down, we took the flight, I went to a lovely place in Lanzarote, we had a really nice time, and then came all the way back, and there was snow, and it's now stormy, so I don't know if you can hear the wind blowing, but I am back home now. I got home yesterday, I've even been to work already today. And I came back and I thought I should finish volume 2 of Otodama. I didn't have much to go, maybe just a little bit of volume 2, and Um, it kind of played out how I thought it was going to, because we were given those clues. Youka Nitta, she did a good job. And so I have now completed Otodama by Youka Nitta, because only 2 volumes are actually translated. So, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So yeah, I have now finished these 2 volumes, which is great. I really did enjoy the conclusion. It still felt like a conclusion to the end of volume 2. And now I'm kind of gutted that we don't get volume 3, because volume 3 is the final volume and they got it in Japanese. And I feel like it would be another good volume. So I might have to try and see if I can get myself a Japanese copy and try and read it myself, just because I feel like these were really great. I think they were good choices for March, for the March Mystery Madness, because these were murder mysteries, which was perfect. And also because I had these for such a long time, and I did read volume 1 such a long time ago, and I hadn't got around to reading volume 2, and I'd completely forgotten that I'd even read volume 1. But I'm kind of annoyed that we didn't get volume 3. These were great characters. This isn't BL, or at least it's not BL up to this point. Although there is very much a very strong emotional connection between Hide and Kaname, because of his relationship with the sister in the past and what happened to her and their shared history, and the fact that he looks very much like her. It's Fujo bait at its most extreme. So obviously it's Youka Nitta as well. So yeah, there's very strong vibes there. And then of course there's the other brother, who is the main character in another series which I haven't read, which I'd planned to read last year and I never got around to. It was one of my ones from my 23 books that I wanted to read in 2023, and I never got around to these ones. And that is Spiritual Police, because the character here with the glasses is the same character here, apparently. Nagatsuma, member of the Special Criminal Investigative Unit, who was kind of a baddie in this one. Not necessarily a proper full baddie, because that's what made him such a good character, because he was nuanced. But he's the main character, and because he's in this one, I kind of want to read this, but I also want to read volume 3 of Otodama before I go on to Spiritual Police. And then of course we've got the added bonus of this being 2 volumes, but of an ongoing, on hiatus in Japanese series by Youka Nitta. Like, can the woman not catch a break? Can we not just get one thing complete? I don't think we can. Unless it's a one-shot. So yeah, I do want to read this now, even more so because I know that it's the same character. And it sounds definitely more BL. I think the covers give even more of a BL vibe, but that's because I think because one of the characters is a blind masseuse. You gotta love a masseuse. So yeah, I finished Otodama. It's taken me a bit longer. This is now the first week of April, nearing the end of the first week of April. So I can get stuck into a 1330 maybe. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't know what we're gonna pick for this month. I just want to read manga now. I've just been reading a lot of prose, so yeah. I'm happy that this is now complete in terms of reading from my collection, but I feel like I'm going to end up reading another Youka Nitta that is unfinished. This is unfinished. Embracing Love is unfinished. What other things has she done that's unfinished? Pretty much everything. That sound of my voice or something? That was only like volume 1, but I don't think we got the rest of that as well. Literally nothing she has published gets completed in English. It's not fair. It's not fair on the woman. But it does make me want to read Spiritual Police. I'd love to know if you've read Spiritual Police. Does it end in a good way? Because I felt like that was the good thing about Otodama. Both of these volumes get concluded in a really nice way. Like they feel complete. So if you just told me that this is just a 2-volume series, I would be like, that's fine. If you just told me it was a 1-volume series and I only got volume 1, I was like, that's fine. They both end in fairly good ways that feel conclusive, that you feel like, oh, can't wait for season 3. But it still felt like it ended in a nice way. So yeah, I think I need to get Japanese volume 3, but I think I'm just gonna have to plow on and read Spiritual Police at some point. I don't know if Katie wants to do that too. Maybe. But yeah, I wonder how Katie got on. I'm gonna message her today because I haven't messaged her at all. The whole time I was on holiday, our Wi-Fi just wasn't working. There was a big storm and strong winds over in Lanzarote, and that like stopped the telephone lines and stuff working properly, so there was no Wi-Fi. So I was kind of cut off, which was good because I got a lot of reading done and had a good time with my family. So this is what I've got for dinner. It's like a pasta bolognese with some side salad because I need to get. I did have a lot of salad when I was on holiday, and it was good. So yeah, this is kind of a bit of a weird one for a vlog with a big holiday in between, which wasn't my intention, but I was kind of a bit rushed at the end there. So yeah, thanks for watching to the end of this very random vlog. I hope Katie enjoyed reading it. I'd love to know your opinion on Otodama and Youka Nitta in general. I feel like she needs more love, and what we should maybe buddy read next. We just end up choosing random things last minute. I feel like there's no rhyme or reason to our choices, but then I always end up enjoying them anyway, and it's been the only source of my physical manga reading that I've been doing this year so far, so I've needed it. I feel like I've needed it. So yeah, hopefully this vlog for reading this manga hasn't been too boring. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. So yeah, thanks for sticking to the end of this video. Take care guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.